Let's see, motorcycles and sound. Noise. Noise pollution. Ah! Ah! Ah, that's too loud! Ah! Exhaust sound is something that is a personal thing to a lot of people, you know. Today, you got legislators that never rode a motorcycle making laws for motorcycles, and one of them is the noise for a motorcycle. And I guess that, you know, for the people that are asleep and they got a loud motorcycle going through the neighborhood at 2 o'clock in the morning, and, you know, that could kind of be. But for the most part, I like it. Me personally, I like hearing the engine. And another example, an emergency vehicle's got a siren on it. And that siren is there to alert people that there's a vehicle coming down the road, and it may or may not be doing a speed limit, and just the sound alone of a siren is there to alert people that there's something coming. And, you know, motorcycles I don't know, just go. Motorcycles are something that pretty dangerous, right? The statistics show you're 24 more times more likely to get into an accident on a motorcycle than you're in a car. Left. So anyway, and a lot, you know, I don't want to get into statistics and this, that, and the other thing. I just thought I'd throw that out there. So in my mind, you never want to use sound of a motorcycle engine to ensure yourself a safe ride. That's
yeah, don't pull in that clutch and start. Yeah. That is not going to save your ass.
Yeah, that's you know, pull the clutch in and gun the engine until it's on the rev limiter. Not only it's bad for the engine, but
that's not going to save you from somebody pulling out in front of you.
No, but I mean, the first line of defense is your ability to see something going down before it actually goes down, and that's very important on a motorcycle. There's no substitute for good defensive riding on a motorcycle. None. Never count on engine noise to assure you a safe ride. Somebody's going to see you. But having said that, there is an amount of truth in it's a nice backup if you've done everything else right, and it's a nice backup to say, okay, well, now that I've done everything right, maybe the noise will get their attention if they, you know, I'm in their blind spot, and there's a lot of reasons why people can't see you, and some of it goes back to you know, just the animal and mankind. You know, the motorcycle can't hurt me, so I blocked it out of my eyes saw it, but my mind didn't register because it can't hurt me, and I can pull out in front of it. There's all kinds of reasons why people do things, but what I'm saying is these legislators, they never rode a bike. They don't understand. And then you're taking your eyes off the road, and this thing, if you can't feel the RPM and you want to look at the tach, you're almost looking at your crotch to see the tach. I mean, it's ridiculous, but that's the truth. And with a little bit of noise, like I'm hearing it right now, it's a small drum, but of course, on a Harley, you can feel it too. I mean, but maybe on a Japanese bike, when they're really smooth, they got counterbalancers in them, and it's an inline four, and you may want to look down at the tach every once in a while to get an idea what's going on. And with a little bit of noise, you don't have to do that. I mean, if you're good enough, you can tell how fast that bike is turning, but it all adds up to a plus. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about ear-breaking noise. I just wish legislators would ride motorcycles for a while before they'd start.
Wow, they just don't get it. It's, look, it's when it comes to motorcycles, plain and simple. Yeah, is there loud, like extremely? Yes, our youngest son's M90 is obnoxious. It's loud. It is, but that's the way he likes it. He likes things loud. His car's loud, his bike's loud. That's just him. But there is a point where it becomes obnoxious. What I'm saying is it is a personal choice, but it is also, to an extent, like you said, a safety feature. If I'm coming up on a car on a 4-lane highway or a 4-lane road, and I'm coming up alongside, and just by chance I'm in their blind spot for a split second, and that's all it takes, they might just hear that bike as I'm getting into it to go, oh, what's around, and look. Yeah, are you going to get something that don't give a shit? Yes. There's people out there that don't care. They don't even care if you're in a car, let alone a bike. But for somebody, it's liable to make them go, oh shit, there's a bike, where is it? And look before doing something stupid. Legislators and environmentalists, and I'm not picking on environmentalists, don't understand that for motorcycles, that sound is a safety feature. It really is. And if you want to understand it better, look at the electric cars. Look at Tesla. Look at the Ford Focus electric, the Leaf. You look at those cars. They are quiet. We own an electric car. It is quiet. Somebody can step off a curve and never hear us. And we could hit them. You don't hear them coming. Animals don't even hear it. So, I understand that something quiet can get somebody hurt or it can get me hurt. And a bike that's too quiet could get me hurt. And our legislators just do not understand that it's a safety feature. Yeah, you do have obnoxious pipes. Yes, people can get it obnoxious. But, that's their choice. And if there's laws about it, then that's up to whatever state to deal with that. But you can't have them coming through. Like my 650 was so quiet that I could not hear it coming down the road.
Well, yeah, and to mention with an electric car, they're talking about putting little noisemakers on them. And I can tell you, owning an electric car, until you develop some tire noise going faster, in around the neighborhood at 25 miles an hour, you can sneak down on someone so easily, and they never hear you. A kid can, or an adult can walk out in front of you, and they never hear. They don't realize. I purposely snuck up on people that I've known while they're out walking for exercises and gotten right on their tail while they're walking in the street and blowing the horn. Scared the daylights out of them. But, now you've got quiet electric cars at 25 and 30 miles an hour around neighborhoods. They're talking about putting noisemakers on them. That's a good idea. Use that same mentality for motorcycles. These legislators don't realize that a little fender bender in a car is one thing. Any kind of accident at all on a motorcycle, excuse me, any kind of accident at all on a motorcycle is a life and death matter. The topper, there's a million more important things than noise. But then, to top it all off, I think, this debate's been going back and forth for years, and I'd rather have some noise than none. Just put it out, that's just my opinion. I'd rather have that extra check mark down at the bottom of the page. Yes, noise helps. Not a lot of noise, but noise helps. Got a lot of miles under my butt, and noise at times has saved me. No, you don't want to be riding in someone's blind spot. But if you're on a superhighway, sometimes it cannot be avoided. Sometimes. And there you are. And I've been on quiet bikes where somebody's just coming over into my lane because they didn't even know I was there. And yeah, with a noisy bike, oh, they know you're there. They know you're there. And I don't mean ear-shattering noise. Like SJ said, just a little. These bikes are too quiet. And the noise. And the noise.
It is too quiet. Mine was extremely quiet, and that's why I got the new exhaust. It was extremely quiet.
Yeah, it's...
It was just way too quiet.
That's the quietest bike I've ever been on, stock factory.
I mean, my R3, I could be sitting in the house, having a cup of coffee, waiting for him to come back. And my R3 stock coming down the road, I could hear it in the house. This 650? No! I had no idea he was home. It was like, what the hell? All right, I'm making a left. Like I said, I don't feel like going to the shore.
You're what?
I'm making a left.
Yeah? Where you going with that left?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't feel like going to the shore.
All right. Well, you don't have to go to the shore.
Yeah, well, if we would have kept this way, we would have went to the shore.
It's a Jersey Shore, man. You going to the shore?
All right, let's go.
All right.
Yeah, what is that, the Jersey Shore? What is that, the...
Never mind.
Gym? I forget.
I
Oh, we're going to go to a landfill.
Who?
Oh,
yeah.
We're going to a landfill.
Yeah.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah, let's go to the landfill.
But anyway, so he would take this out, and it was just like, you know, even the dog. Now, the dog, she knows which bike he goes out on if I don't go with him. But before I changed the exhaust on mine, she had no idea. She'd be laying there right next to me. Until he got to the door and was like, oh, wait, you're home.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just, again, it's like hubby says. You don't use it instead of your brakes because somebody's going to start to pull out on you.
It's not a substitute for good riding practices. It's not.
You don't pull in the clutch and rev the engine. Look, you got a car pulling out or a car getting ready to do something stupid. The last thing you want to do is pull in that clutch and
You should be on the frickin' brakes.
Exactly. You should be on the brakes.
You should be in accident avoidance mode. Not on the frickin' throttle, gun in the throttle, or on the horn.
Nope. You should have everything on the brakes, looking for your escape, looking for whatever, you know.
Yeah, just say accident avoidance mode, period.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. And if you are already a subscriber, don't forget to hit that bell notification. And until next time, guys, as always, ride safe.